Hi everyone and welcome to episode 10 of
Queentuhan!
Wow, it's our season finale, season
Yes.
1. Pero wag kayo mag-alala because next Tuesday, start na ng season 2. So,
Walang break.
And anyway, let's introduce ourselves first para sa mga first-timers na manunood ng Queentuhan. I'm Carla Lizardo and I'm here with Pia Wurtzbach and Bianca Guidotti. How are you girls?
Very good. Ito, same as before. Wala pa rin naman masyadong nagbabago. Although, I've been going back to work for a little bit now. Like, yung paunti-unti lang, just shoots that I really need to do. But aside from that, super safe naman sa set. They make sure that we all get tested bago kami magsimula. At kung sakaling man, na may knock on wood na merong positive sa amin, mapapack up naman yung mga shoots. So, I feel very safe when I go to work. So, yun yung balita sa akin. Kayo guys, kumusta?
Mar, how are you?
Ito, struggling pa rin for internet, as you can see. Guys, as in, pumunta na ako sa ibang bahay. This is my future parents-in-law's place. Pero mukhang ayaw talaga ko biyayaan ng steady internet. But, I'm so happy that I get to be here, even though, choppily I'm here. Even though you get, really weird facial expressions from me. I'm happy to be here. And, wala, kapit lang tayo, mga friends. This pandemic is going to be here for a while. So, we're here to entertain you guys and to have Queentuhan.
How does it
feel, Mar? You look
How
amazing.
does it feel, guys, na mag-ano na tayo, one whole season? So cool.
Parang ang bilis lumipas, actually. At when I look back, parang, okay, ang daming nangyari, ang dami nating natutunan, ang dami nating nakausap na interesting personalities. But at the same time, medyo nakakagulat na, wow, episode 10 na pala tayo. And I'm really happy and proud of our passion project, our little baby.
Yes.
And you know what? Like, so many things are still happening, even with what's happening with the pandemic. Marami pa rin tayong balita na ihahatid. So, diretsahin na natin sa Queen Cap. So, first on our list is that Catriona and Nicole, we mentioned in our previous episodes na magme-mentor sila sa mga current Binibining Pilipinas candidates. And they already did their first session with the girls. So, it's actually like a giant online thing with all of the candidates. Ginagawa nila yan sa Binibining Pilipinas Facebook page. So parang orientation lang muna yung nangyari. So I watched it and then si Nicole and si Kat, parang binigyan nila ng briefing yung girls na kung ano yung aasahan nila sa mga workshops that they'll be holding. And it's interesting because they said na that they're gonna focus on really like personality development, public speaking, how to use your platform. Alam mo yun, yung parang these are things that didn't really take center stage when we competed. Pero ngayon, nandiyan na talaga yung highlight. And I think that makes for a really interesting and different dynamic when it comes to pageants nowadays.
I also love that they're sharing it with everybody. Kasi usually yung mga mentoring na nangyayari sa Binibini, kung meron mang konti noon, nung mga panahon natin, ay closed door. Usually hindi alam or hindi nakikita ng mga fans. But this time, everybody gets to watch and makikita mo yung progress at yung development ng mga girls. So, involved na talaga sila. I'm glad that Binibining Pilipinas is taking this step towards getting the fans involved and bringing them to the journey, and para mapanood din nila kung paano mag-grow yung mga paborito nilang mga candidates.
True.
Yes, para makita nila yung hard work backstage behind the cameras, baby. Grabe talaga. It's not just the final night, but a lot of work goes into it from the start to the end of the work. Yes, I love that.
Question, alam niyo ba kung is this gonna be a weekly thing? How often are they gonna do these mentoring classes online?
I know that they're gonna do several, but I'm not sure what the exact schedule is. So I guess abang-abang tayo.
Okay.
Dahil fans na rin tayo.
Yes.
At for lives, abang tayo sa Facebook page nila.
Oo, sige.
Yes.
Okay, so for another Queen Cap for this week, we saw that Mexico is looking to ban beauty pageants in the country, and Lupita Jones spoke up about it. So I found this article at beautypageants.india Times. So apparently, I'm reading the article now. After the news of Mexico considering holding a parliamentary vote to ban beauty contests came into light, the national director, si Lupita Jones, took social media to deny the explanation given to ban the contest and stated that pageants have always created a platform to allow women to confidently and courageously face all challenges in life. So, in a virtual meeting held recently, the Mexican Gender Equality Commission stated that they consider these events as a form of symbolic violence against women. And the commission mentioned that the media violence is a form of symbolic aggression expressed through the publication or dissemination of stereotype symbols, images, messages, ideas through the mass and electronic means of communication. Okay, hindi ko to statement, guys. I'm just reading an article about it. But however, si Lupita, who was the first Mexican woman to win an international pageant for her country, she expressed the emotions against the decision of the commission through a video, and sinabi nga niya na, I have witnessed and actively promoted a transformation in these platforms in our country. I have always said that platforms like Miss Universe have represented the woman of every era. Over the course of 68 years, it has evolved not once, not twice, but many times more to adapt to what the same woman has been demanding throughout history. So, Lupita, who strongly stood by the right vision of pageants, further added na trying to typify these platforms as symbolic violence seemed to me completely wrong and without any support. How can training and strengthening women be considered violence against women, both internally and externally? Teach her to cultivate her self-esteem, self-confidence, and security. Provide you with professional opportunities so you can stand out in what you're passionate about. Where is the violence? She says. So I think this is an ongoing conversation pa rin in Mexico. So mag-abang na lang tayo. So anong mangyayari? What do you guys think?
We're definitely gonna touch more on this kasi mahabang usapan to. And I think we should dedicate a whole episode about these topics as well. Kasi nga, both sides, you know, like we are aware that these arguments exist when it comes to pageantry. Maraming very much against it. And of course, us as queens, we are very supportive about pageants. So I think that that's something that you can expect from Queentuhan for sure. Like a whole episode talking about what is going on with Mexico right now. Okay, we're having...
Mar, hindi ka namin marinig, Mar. So baka naka-mute ka? Okay. So aside from that, guys, magbigay kayo ng suggestions kung sinong gusto nyong i-guest namin to talk more about this issue specifically. I think nga hindi enough yung a few minutes lang na Queen Cup natin para mapag-usapan natin to. And it is a developing story. So kayo guys, suggest kayo, sino bang gusto nyo o tingin nyo na perfect na i-guest para mapag-usapan pa natin to?
At dahil nga ito na yung end ng season 1, we're just reminding everyone that you can catch the whole season. All of our episodes are also on Spotify. So if you want to catch up, ayun, dun kayo pupunta. And you know what, let's just move on with our third part of Queen Cap. And this is something that we've been seeing all around the world. Ang daming pageants na tumuloy pa rin, nilaban pa rin nila magkaroon ng virtual pageant. So we actually researched and we saw that South Africa will be pushing through. Si Thailand, nag-express na rin that they will be doing things differently because of the pandemic. Si Miss Earth, the international competition, they don't want to skip a year. So they're figuring out how to, you know, take what they did with Miss Earth Philippines and then bring it to the international stage. And then finally, si Miss Israel, they actually had their coronation online. And it was just 2 girls, yung dalawang finalists, and then inabot na lang sa kanila yung crown. And then they crowned themselves. So we're seeing like different versions of these virtual pageants. And it's interesting to see how creative the different organizations are being para lang matuloy at magawa ng paraan yung pageant for this year. We still here, Mar. So while we're figuring it out, you know, let's talk about tonight's episode. Dahil nga ito yung ating season finale, we thought it would be interesting to just have fun, sit back, relax, and do something that we haven't really done in the past. So, naisip namin, interesting rin siguro makipag-usap at makipagkwentuhan with people who don't really have anything to do with pageants and listen to what they have to say and what they think yung perspective nila as people who are not related to pageants
Yes.
at all. Diba? So, we're presenting to you the collab that no one really asked for, pero we're giving it to you anyway.
Yeah.
Our guest for tonight, let's bring in Boys Night Out. Slick Rick, Gino, Sam YG, and the Tony. Did I say that?
Yay!
Hello, guys.
Oh, we're
It's
so
so
happy.
weird doing the interview na kayo naman ang ini-interview namin. Kasi
Thank you
a
for
few
inviting
weeks
us.
ago- Kasi a few weeks ago, nag-guest ako sa Boys Night Out. So, ayun, may bell din kami, guys.
Yun!
Thank you.
Actually, we all have one, pero sobrang overkill na if we're all like belling, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so welcome. How have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Doing pretty okay. We're just here we're all at home. Is because we've been doing the show at home, and because you can't have too many people in the booth, so far so good. I mean, it's just chill.
Yeah, I
Mga
mean,
nag-
I guess
Yeah, go
we've been trying to make things work at home. You know, it's weird, it's strange, but I think everybody else is feeling the same way anyway. But you know, you just make it work, and it's kind of funny actually because I recently just joined Boys Night Out, and a week after I joined them, we hit quarantine. So
Oh.
Mhm.
parang bilang ko pa sa
Alam mo
dalawang
na.
kamay ko yung time. Ako na may kasalanan. Ako
Alam mo na,
nagdala nito.
sino malas?
Ako na, Paps. Ako yung malas. Ako yung may balat. But yeah, I've seen these guys like a handful of times just because like, you know, we've been working from home mostly. Tony's here, but I think his mic is on mute. Tones? Yeah, it's still on mute. Sam,
Yeah.
you want to go ahead
Alright.
first?
We're also, I mean, like everybody else, we've started online businesses. So we have our BNO Cheese Pandesal, we have our BNO Sushi, and our BNO Chili Cakes. So, pili na lang kayo. Papadala namin kayo.
Pwede bang ano? Pwede bang COD?
Pwede. Oo, pwede rin.
Since may Indian dito, kahit installment, pwede.
Okay, I think I don't know if it's just on my end, but I'm hearing an echo. Parang naririnig ko yung sarili ko.
So,
Ulit.
merong speaker na naka-on.
Yeah.
Sinong may
Alam
kasalanan?
ko expert na kayo dito. Ano ba? Mga professional na kayo, di ba?
Tapos na yung trabaho namin eh. So, parang okay na.
Oo.
Hanggang 7 na lang yung show namin. So, after 7, wala na. Bobo na kami lahat.
Exactly.
Saka maganda itong mga online meeting na tsaka sa mga online show kasi number one, wala sa ating techie, di ba? Wala may alam kung nangyayari, ba't may echo, sino mag-aayos, di ba? So, mano-mano on the fly. I think that's what makes it extra special as well.
Yeah.
Mga nagkita na ba kayo? Mga nagkita na ba kayo sa personal during this whole quarantine period? Or 4 months na kayong hindi nakikita?
May 11, we went back to work. And then May 23, we shut down the building.
The entire building.
And I've been home ever since May 23. Today is day 29 now. I haven't stepped out.
Yeah.
Oh, not even for groceries.
No, everything is online. I get all my veggies online and they get delivered to my doorstep. So, I mean, it's everything. It's thankful for Grab, Food Panda, and all the deliveries, all the private companies that do deliver food or groceries. It makes it easier for us to not leave the place, our home, and it's safer that way. And I think we can get by. I mean, I felt like it went by so fast. 29 days. Parang
Huwag mo sabihin yan, Tones. Naku, baka tumagal.
Oh, and the whole thing is
Mabilis pala yung 29 days, ha?
Exactly. Ito, the 7th month of the year. Sige, okay. Let's see how long you can wait.
No, because I enjoy the solitude. Actually, a lot of people don't know that I'm such a social butterfly. On my other half, you know, another part of me loves to go out, loves to meet people, loves to talk to people. But I also love my me time. So I get to do a lot of stuff at home, you know what I mean, that I don't normally get to do on a regular basis. Yeah, I mean, I miss the human connection. I think that's what I miss most. But I'm enjoying the me time. I mean, I'm taking advantage of it because I've always been on the go. You know what I mean? My mind has always been on the go ever since I moved here. So it's kind of nice to like look back and just chill. Actually, really just chill because you wake up the next day. Okay, you have work at like 4 p.m. Okay, unless you have a meeting, like this morning, I just had one call. That's it. And then okay, that's it. Go back to bed and then wake up again. So
Sarap.
it's a nice routine that I'm just enjoying and just taking it one day at a time. And I told myself, we're just here for 2020 to survive. I just want to survive 2020.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
whether I'm with someone or single, just survive 2020.
I get that. And we've been talking about how having a schedule, even just at home, helps a lot. Kasi ako, like, the past few weeks, I kind of fell into a mud hole. Now I've
Yeah.
just been playing video games all day. And then it's
get
like,
you.
oh no, like, oh, I don't get to work out or do anything. So,
I mean, I don't think
back
there's
to
anything wrong with
schedule.
that. I'm just gonna
Okay
defend
naman.
you there because I feel like it's all right. I mean,
Sige.
you know, we all deal with the anxiety in our own way. You know what I mean? Like some
Yeah.
people, thankfully they're productive. They get to work out. Some people, they do yoga, they read books or whatever. What's to say that playing video games, as long as it's not interfering with your work and like you're not letting yourself go completely, it should be okay. I mean,
I think
it's for your sanity.
I think it's also striking a balance between relaxing and getting work done, because of course
Yeah.
there's so much anxiety going on because nobody knows when it's going to end, what's going to happen next. Is there going to be a vaccine? Are we going to be going to work? Are we going to be like this for a long time? So that's still that air of stress and anxiety. So it's very important to create that balance of being productive and also being able to have your downtime at simultaneously para hindi ka na, of course it's very stressful to also just keep your sanity.
And
Yeah.
that's a good thing about having a routine is that
Teka lang,
once
sorry
you do,
Slick ah. Sorry Slick
Oh.
ah. Ano yung sinubo mo, Tones? Nag-show tayo, bro.
yeah,
Swell! Whoa! Whoa, bro! I mean, did you really have to like do it like that?
Did you have to do it that way?
I know! Pwede namang isang ganun lang. Hindi, kailangan.
iba si
Sensual
Tito
eh.
Joe.
Tsaka
Yung
naka-shoulder!
Oh,
Nakamega ka, sabi ko, oh my God, shit, di ko kaya to.
Yan, oh! Oh, bro! Oh! Oh! Oh, bro!
that's Tony.
Notice
That
that.
is,
Notice the eye contact.
yeah,
ah.
that's and you have no idea who he's looking at.
Yeah, crazy. Sorry, Slick, take it away. Tagulo na ako.
Sorry.
Okay, guys,
All good. I mean, it's nice.
Go
It's
ahead.
nice to just have a whole routine going. And I mean, once you get that routine going, and then you can also put in your video game time. So what I do is say before the show, I'll allot 2 hours just to play video games, and then after that, show goes on. Nice, Tony.
I don't know how you concentrate with your train of thought while that's going on.
O sige, hindi ko na to patatagalin
I know.
pa. Diretso na tayo dun sa questions natin. Unang-una, gusto kong malaman, guys, what is the extent of your knowledge of pageants?
I've actually hosted a few pageants, so I get to see both behind the scenes and on stage, but I have no experience being in an actual pageant, although I've hosted a lot. So I'm sure I see the
Diba
pressure of the girls. May naimatay sa likod. May
Di ba sumali ka ng Mr. Pogi, Paps? Parang nasali ka
Hindi,
dun,
sa
di ba?
Bulaga yun. Ano yun? Parang I had the picture. Teka, pa-flash ko sa screen para makita nyo. Medyo, I forgot the name of the pageant, pero,
But Sam here has
Yeah.
actually dated the most. Yeah,
Mahirap po.
Ganda mo.
Si
Ganda mo, girl.
Sabi,
Thank you, girl.
iba ka.
Thanks, girl.
Samira.
Pass.
Samira. I'd swipe right. I'd swipe right.
Ganda.
What about you guys? Tony?
Well, my experiences, well, way back, even before Boys Night Out, I used to host a lot of events for the Araneta group. So I believe that was 2001 to 2004,
Alam
maybe.
ko 82. Saan mo mga 72, 82? Gago ko ah.
So
60, di ba?
Hindi mo kami manloloko, Tones.
so a lot of their events, the WWE, a lot of their concerts, and one of them was the. Did they have Mutia? Was it the what do they have?
Yeah,
What
na Pilipinas.
Yeah, it was owned before.
Yeah, Mutya used to be with them. So maybe Mutya, maybe Binibini. Let's say it's one of those.
they would have that. They would have the tour for the girls who would be competing at the mall, and I would do that for several years. And then also the drive with the Miata Clark Club. They would be on there.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
So I would be there and then introducing them, and I did that for a couple of years. But I have no knowledge in terms of it was just strictly work. So it would be hard to mingle because they're so focused. You know what I mean, on actually competing. So you kind of don't want to mess them up. But I saw how intense it was and how competitive it is. But at the same time, it's empowering for a lot of the women. So I have never dated a beauty queen or anyone in a pageant. So I wouldn't know. But
Nagkuha ka si Bianca na naman. Oh. Tones, ayusin mo doon sinasabi. Nagkuha ka pa naman si Bianca. You're talking shit na naman. Sabi niya, right when you said, Tony, I've never dated a girl who'd be a beauty queen.
Nag-walk out.
I'm out. You're lying. You're lying.
Oh, she's like, I know the real you. I
Go
know
eat your
you.
strawberry. Go eat your strawberry.
Oh, I've seen you.
Gago to nila ko tayo. Bahala ko doon mo.
as, I just think it's just maybe it might be the show or just me. I just haven't been I guess they haven't been attracted to my type. So I'm very straightforward, very I guess liberated. So
Very
and then,
liberated.
yeah, I've never actually made an attempt. So yeah, that's probably why,
Slick,
I actually
kayo naman. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I actually want to ask you guys that question based on what Tony said. Because we've heard so many stories na if you start joining a pageant, especially if it's like a huge one, nagsasacrifice yung love life. So parang pag may boyfriend ka, tapos bigla kang nanalo, then you have to, compete and everything. Talagang, yeah, you need somebody who's super understanding or nawawala or something after that.
I think super. At the end of the day,
it is because you have so many things to fulfill as being the winner.
Yeah.
And
a lot of guys will mac on you diba? Parang ikaw syempre, like si P, I'm sure ilang nag-DM dyan sa isang araw. My God, I can just imagine. Si Carla.
Si Sam, ilan ba yung nagdi-DM sa kanya sa isang araw?
Kaya ka dinisconnect ko na yung phone ko, Paps. Dinisconnect ko na. Pero yung smart, sobrang ganda na signal ng smart. Binalik, Paps.
Grabe talaga yung smart.
Galing.
Grabe.
Galing mag-segue.
That's something that they always ask. Nga, parang, would you choose the crown or love? Pero for me, parang no-brainer siya. Crown. You love yourself first.
Akala ko pa naman, love yung sagot.
Kasi once in a lifetime for you girls diba? Once in a lifetime
Saka kung mahal ka talaga ng significant other mo,
They'll stick around.
Bakit siya problema?
Yeah.
You're leveling up in life. If he can't accept that, goodbye.
Then
It's not just the crown. It goes for a lot of things in life, diba? A woman who gets higher up in her career, diba? Siguro naging super, taas ng level niya sa career. Then the guy probably can't handle it or she gets too busy, diba? You get all these also, guys smacking on them. It takes a certain type of guy to be able to accept that. Sa una, kaya yan. I'm so proud of you, ganyan. But as time goes by, and dumarating na yung the repercussions of whatever you want of winning, then things start to a bit, change.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sam, is this experience talking?
Exactly.
For sure.
For sure.
Without a question.
Without fail. Kasi if you're
notice he's talking from the heart. Alam mo parang
he wants to get to the bottom of it is because that from it's something that he's actually held back for so many years. And see, like if you're gonna ask me, like my experience with say a pageant is through Samoy G is because and Tony is because the people they hang out with, like these people look familiar. Like, wow, okay, yeah. So that was you. So that was as close as I got because of Sam and Tony.
For me, my experience with pageants was, outside of hosting them, purely just watching them. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, one of my very first crushes in life was a Belgian beauty queen. She was here in like the early '90s, and like there were posters of her everywhere. So I don't even remember her name. I just remember her as Miss Belgium. And like growing up, I've always wanted to go to Belgium just to look for her. I know it's kind of creepy. You know, I'm
We
5 years
have to
old.
figure out who this is.
I'm gonna look for a photo of her. Like, she was super popular in the '90s, just because I think kasabay niya sila Dayanara Torres, mga ganon, na so like that Miss Belgium, like that specific girl, woman, I can't remember her name. I'm gonna try to look for her name, and then I'll update you guys.
You probably have her number.
Exactly. This guy is all sandbagging. This guy is like, oh, by the way, this is her IG account.
Bro, I wish I were like that, like a Sam YG or a Tony, but I'm not.
Yo.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so pretty much you all have the experience hosting. What about judging? Have you ever been asked to judge a pageant?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a super big pageant, but like, I just found it weird. I honestly found it weird. I mean, because there are so many facets of judging, right? I mean, there's the how they walk, how they carry themselves, and whatever. And like, who am I to say anything about that? I can barely walk properly with on my own, and like, who am I to judge it? But at least when it comes to answering questions and stuff, then that's something that I can be a little bit more confident about in terms of like giving an answer. But for the other parts, like the evening wear, or the I don't know. I mean,
Gago, sa evening gown. Anong evening wear?
ayun. Sorry. Ikaw kasi, sorry na Sam, I never dated a beauty queen. Ikaw kasi.
Yo.
Tapos nireview natin
That's
na
coming
kami,
out.
Pageant vocab, ba? Pageant vocab. Nireview natin to, di ba? Night gown.
Sorry.
Swimwear. Oh.
Swimwear.
Nice.
Kala nyo, ha?
Si Sam talaga eh. Speaking from experience, there you go.
Okay, kung kayo naman ang naging judge, kunyari, maging judge kayo ngayon, ano sa tingin nyo yung criteria ng isang perfect na queen? Ano mga hinahanap nyo?
I'm just looking at her.
No!
Oh!
Idol!
Si Slick, tayo hindi ko lang pakialam si Slick.
Wala. Na-stun. Na-shock si Slick.
Sino kaya sa amin?
Yun nga yung maganda dun eh. Yun yung maganda dun eh. It encompasses all.
Hindi mo alam kung sino sa amin yung tinitingnan niya.
Like si Bianca, hindi nagsasalita. Pakit lang ng pakit. Kanina pa mo. Joke, join ka naman sa show namin, huy!
Narinig na ba ako?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh
We can
my
hear
God, thank you.
Pwede na. Okay na.
Ano na? Okay ka lang?
Oh, hindi na lang ako puro ganda.
Okay ka na dyan. Yung tassels, okay yung tassels mo, ha? Yung tassels, yung chandelier. Puho pa.
Sorry.
Sayang.
Ito, may chandelier ako sa likod eh. Parehas lang ako, di ba?
Ang bilis ng viewers natin.
diba?
Bessie, thank you so much for the info. Christelle Roldans. Is that the right way to say it? I think
Roland?
Oh my God. Is that it, Tino? Is that the
Yeah,
rest of your life?
that's her. I mean, not the photo on Facebook, but like, that's the girl. Christelle
Okay,
Roland.
we should find. Okay, we need a
We
picture
have
of
to
her.
find her now.
I have no idea.
I mean,
You need a picture of her.
I have a photo. I'll just.
Trixie is producing this, di ba? Miss Trixie Bugia. Trixie, may screen share ba ito? Ito mga yung itsura ng girl na to, para makita natin.
Habang hinahunting natin si
So,
girl.
wait lang.
Oh yeah.
Christelle Roland.
Wait. Anyway.
Oh yeah. We got common friends. Is this her?
May comment
Real?
friend.
You have common friends?
Wow.
Yeah.
Kasi
Actually,
wala yung sinabi.
Iba ko.
Iba talaga to si Toads eh.
oh yeah. That's her.
It
Oo.
is.
Saan? I can't see. Ano to? May screen share ba?
Wala.
There, that's her. She's so beautiful.
Maganda.
Yeah.
Congratulations! We found
Sino,
her.
congrats.
Tama
Thank you,
ba
thank
yung
you.
We're happy for you.
Marunong mag-time ng bell, guys.
So si Tones has a common friend, no? So pag-group chat ka naman, Tones.
Yun.
Connect lang.
Pa-GC ka naman, bro.
Group chat ka ng GC.
What about the others? Ano yung criteria ng perfect queen para sa inyo?
Yes, please.
I don't. For me personally, I think over the years, I think I right now, priority would be how secure she is, how secure she is with what I do and how I am as a person. I think that's the main thing because I know I'm quite difficult because career is always a priority. It's been always on the top of my list. So her not worrying and her feeling secure would help actually the relationship go forward. I mean, yes, I have my issues as well, but I mean, it's more of the security for me, knowing that she can handle what I do for a living and what I enjoy. I think that's the most important for me. Another aspect would be if she loves to travel. I love to travel, so.
Tony, yung nakakatawa dito yung tanong namin, kung judge ka, ano yung hinahanap mo sa queen? That's ang sinagot mo, ano yung hinahanap mo sa
That's because he's taking his own category. He has his own question and answer.
Mag-judge siya, pero magde-date din kami.
Parang
You like to travel. Okay, pwede ka.
The thing is,
You're at the top of my list.
nasa Pilipinas tayo, si Tony nasa Japan na. Diba? Hindi pa nasasagot yung tanong. Pero may
Nice.
Japan.
Usually kasi yung criteria ganito, mga, kuya,
Okay.
50% beauty of face, 20% ano,
So,
modeling. Pero so far we
so,
have 20% traveler.
the thing is that it's very subjective because when you say what are you looking for, because I've dated women from different nationalities, so my taste would be definitely
Mga
different.
flex lang.
wala na.
Mga flex lang.
Oh.
Wow.
Because my in my eye, it's for me, the beauty is an eye of the beholder. So it's very subjective to say what are you looking for. I have to see the candidates. You can't just tell me what are you looking for because I don't know. I really have to see how they walk, how they talk, how they move, how they speak. I think that is vital. You can't just say what are you looking for. So for me, I want to see the actual contestant. That way, I can have a valid opinion on. But in terms of dating, if you were, I was speaking on if I was to date a beauty queen, what would be vital? I mean,
Naguguluhan na ako.
He made his own.
Alam ko yung tinatanong tungkol sa pageant, naging date.
Criteria for judging ang sinatanong. Pero nasa
Okay.
date yan.
yeah, because
Okay, so wait. Hold on.
Like,
What's the question again? What's the question again? Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, if you were to make your own criteria, what would make your perfect queen? I guess, okay, so fine. Question ko, pwedeng queen,
So the way it's worded,
girlfriend,
your
queen.
perfect
Alright.
queen.
And
So
your
it
life.
actually
Mali
applies
ko
to
na.
everything.
Mali ko na, Tony. I'm so sorry. I'll send strawberries to you as an apology.
Yo! Oh, Tones!
Only for DJ Tones.
Yung talaga.
Fresh.
Tony and friends.
And friends.
Figures mo yun.
And friends.
Nag-friends lang tayo. Okay, go, Tones.
yeah, friends good.
Balik
Friends
tayo
good.
sa original question.
I think a criteria for me would definitely be, well, it's already there. But I mean, the question and answer is I really believe in that. I love that question because it emphasizes more of what she has here, and not per se on the surface level of the beauty of how she dresses, how she walks, but more on the mind. And if you could, and I'm a guy who loves to be stimulated by the mind. So more questions, definitely. I would love to ask more questions, not just 2 or 3. Going down. I would love
More.
to get. Yeah, I would love to ask more because I'm a very inquisitive kind of guy. I like to pick a girl's brain before anything happens. So.
Si Carla kumakapit na. Oh my God. Sabihin ito.
Like, I think the mind is that's how you can find out more about the person is through the mind. Like if we didn't have sight, I would definitely love more questions.
Agree.
Ano naman yung perception nyo sa mga beauty pageant from a guy's perspective naman? Kasi sa amin, I mean, we love it. It's a celebration of women empowerment. It's a platform for us to promote our advocacies. But on the guy's end, tingin nyo, ano bang tingin nyo sa mga pageant?
You know, if I'm being honest, like when I was a lot younger, I didn't get the point of a beauty pageant just because, like, okay, I mean, it's nice to watch because obviously you're looking at a lot of beautiful people, but like at the end of the day, because I didn't know the back end of what happens after a pageant or after a contestant wins. Like I didn't know that they would have to spread their advocacies or you know, do charitable work, etc., etc. When I found out about that later on, then I saw the point of it. You know what I mean? Like, and if you really break it down, at least if you ask me, whenever let's talk about it in terms of like selling a product. You know what I mean? Like let's just say the product is your advocacy. But it has to come in it has to be marketable. You know what I mean? So it comes in a beautiful package, but what's inside the package is what matters most. But the important part is how people perceive that package first, diba? Which is why it's essential to have somebody, I mean not essential, but it's beneficial to have somebody beautiful that a lot of people will want to look at, a lot of people will look up to, and then have something that is intelligent or something that is tangible beneath all of that beauty, because you've already marketed it na parang, okay, everybody's watching you now. Now what are you gonna do with that power? You know what I mean? So that's why, like,
from the root words pa lang, Gino, diba? Beauty pageant, diba? It's really a showcase of beauty.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
aesthetic.
I think it becomes very interesting once we get to the question and answer, because you get to more than just the beauty part, which essentially that's what, you know, it's celebrated in a beauty pageant. It's really a showcase of beauty. Diba? Kaya it gets very interesting also pag ganyan. Admittedly, of course, you get the best of the best in every country or every city, whatnot, to, you know, strut their stuff. And I mean, beauty will always be subjective, diba? But the mind is actually something that would be quite interesting to pick and to, you know, hear out from the contestants. But honestly, as a guy, going back to the question, syempre for us, masaya kami pag may pageant. Diba?
It's like a Super Bowl.
Kuha kang popcorn, diba? Tapos para Super Bowl. Hindi naman Super Bowl, pero alam mo yun?
Siklip tayo.
Siklip tayo. Kaya after nun show, nakasitness ka rin. Pwede rin, diba? I remember the first time I hosted a pageant, the very first time. This was a few years back. Pati ako nag-joke eh, parang, shit, ang dami. Diba? Parang yung mata ko, yung isa napunta sa left, yung isa nasa right. Hindi na alam kung saan titingin. Naguluhan na talaga lahat, pati brain ko. So naguluhan din ako sa pag-hosting ko. Pero, you know, it's just such it's a showcase. So as a guy, of course, we love it. But I think the more substantial part comes when the question and answer portion is done. Sorry,
I think not only that, not only just the question and answer portion. I mean, for all the ladies around the world, I mean, if you're representing your country, it becomes empowering for them that they can speak upon, say, an issue that the world doesn't know about what's happening in their country, say education or, you know, feeding the poor, stuff like that. Healthcare. I mean, that's something that's amazing, is because all these ladies will definitely be interviewed by, you know, journalists, and then of course they can let them know, okay, this is what this is my advocacy, this is what I, you know, want people to know about. And for them is that they have that whole year to represent their country, and, you know, they have as much power as, say, the president of their country or prime ministers, because people will listen and they would want to say, okay, she's not just a pretty face. You know, she has a great mind. She's very intelligent, and it's something that, like, you know, over the years, just like, wow, is, you know, for all the ladies that have joined the beauty pageants, it's not just beauty. It's everything. It's the totality of the woman.
And it's interesting that you all agree on that. The Q&A, the advocacy, being a spokesperson pretty much as a queen. So that's exactly what we wanted to challenge you guys with tonight also. So,
Oh my God, magka-Q&A! Magka-Q&A tayo!
Ito na!
Oh shit! Oh shit, bro! Oh my God!
Diba, we always say that when we watch, like, oh, I could answer that.
I know, right? I could super answer that. Yeah.
So we went through all of our notes, and then we chose like the best questions that we could find in the past editions of Miss Universe, and we're gonna throw it over to you guys tonight.
Okay, wait. I need to get ready for this.
Para din mas interesting at mas challenging sa inyo, dapat maramdaman nyo yung time limit namin.
Yung pressure.
meron kayo.
Kaya kami may
Anything
bell.
you girls. Carla, Mar, 20 seconds ba ibibigay natin o 30?
Wait, di ba 1 minute yung usual Q&A, di ba? Di ba 1 minute?
1 minute ba?
I don't know. Is it really 30 seconds lang? Damn. And you're supposed to condense all of your thoughts in 30 seconds. That's and
welcome
may advantage pa tayo kasi kayo usually when you get asked that question, you're in heels, you're in full makeup, you're wearing like, hard to carry dresses. I don't even have pants on. So it's like, it's easy to do. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Do it.
So first off, before anything, we want you guys to introduce yourselves like a true beauty queen. So that's your name, age, and the city you're from.
Yeah,
Age, no?
Sample.
Alright. Sige, please show us. Demo.
Pia Wurzbach, Philippines, or Makati, ganyan. So, ganun din sa inyo. Malalagyan pa ba natin ng age, guys?
Kasama ba talaga yung age? Parang...
sige, kaya na lang.
Or what is that? Your motto in life.
Your motto in life?
Pwede. Kasi
pwede.
yun yung first impact to the judges. Your introduction.
Okay.
Kanino tayo mauna?
Let's start
Kayo na
with...
pumili. Para
Slick Rick.
on the spot lahat.
Okay. Hi, my name is Slick Rick from Paranaque, and I believe is that what you believe in is what I believe. Thank you.
Good job, Slick. Good job. I believe that what you believe in is what I believe.
See, because I hit everyone. See, I hit everyone.
May notes na si Pia eh. Halo.
But that's okay. Is that you just have to put someone on the spot agad? You just call them out.
Yeah.
Gino.
Hi, my name is Gino Killiamore from Taguig City, and I believe that the children are our future.
Okay, si Sam naman.
Hi, my name is Sam YG from Makati City. At may kasabihan, okay lang payat, basta nakakaapat. Thank you.
Can you clarify on this? What exactly?
Ano yan? Push-ups?
Oh, okay lang payat. Nakakaapat na push-up, nakakaapat na, na rounds ng
Squats.
Apat na cup ng rice.
Rice, basta, di ba?
Noted.
All right, our last candidate. Tony.
Natin to.
Can you hear me? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Loud and
Wala kang
clear.
takas.
He's buying.
I can't hear you guys, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Hi, my name is Tony Bueno from the city of Mandaluyong City, and never let anyone tell you what you can't be.
Tell you what you can't be.
Yun na ba yun?
That's it.
Okay.
Good job, guys.
Wala natin naghang. Naghang ba si Tony?
Tones, are you with us? Oh, you can't hear us.
Baka na-cut off.
Mas mahaba pa dapat yun eh. Don't ever let anyone tell you what you can't be because you are your own person. Meron dapat kadugtong yun.
Yun.
Lahat tayo
Parang it's just like watching a series, di ba? And at the end, they have
cliffhanger.
like, Oh man, next week.
I
Oh,
can't wait for the next episode.
exactly.
Okay na ba?
Okay na ba? Can you hear us?
Well,
Grabe,
he's
You're
on mute
unmuted.
now.
Grabe, ang tapang mo ngayon. Ha? Okay ka na ba? Okay ka kanina. Ikaw hindi ka
Oo.
sumisipot. Ngayon ikaw nagtatanong. Ha? Okay ka na ba? Okay ka na ba?
Sorry.
Tony, you're on mute.
Tones, you're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Mute.
All
Sorry.
right. There you
Don't
go.
sit there.
There you go.
Yun! Okay.
There you are. Take two.
Take two. Take two. Take two.
Walang
My
take
name is
two.
from the city of Manila. Never let anyone tell you can't be who you want to be.
See? Bumaba na yung punto niya eh.
Nag-catch yung breath ko kasi baka ulitin lang yun.
Okay.
Yun na pala yun.
It's my headset like went off, like it just shut off. So I was like, "What the hell happened?" Okay, I can hear
That's
you.
okay. We're
Alright, there
okay
you go.
now. Good job. Grabe,
Okay,
strong contenders
throw
this
out
year,
our-
I must say.
Oo
Okay.
nga,
Wait,
ang hirap
Are
mag-judge.
you gonna judge us based on that alone, or like is it a totality
no,
of
no.
everything? Okay.
Meron na.
Kasama yan, Chas.
We're moving to Q&A. Okay,
Yes.
Tony, what is the essence of your manhood?
Timer starts
shit.
now.
Oh,
Oh, this is what you've been waiting for.
let's go down.
Oh,
It's getting dirty.
Tuesday.
It's getting dirty.
I
Bring
think
out that
that's-
strawberry, bro.
I think the essence of my manhood is the ability to be in touch with my emotions, whether or not people think that men should be stronger, that men shouldn't cry. My manhood is also the expression of being able to say what I feel, to stand up for the principles, the values that I have, and to be steadfast with them despite ridicule or criticism from others. And I believe my manhood.
And I thank you.
And thank you, bro.
Ganda.
Tapos na ba?
Okay.
Guys,
Tapos na. Kakatapos na ang timer.
Well,
Very
done.
good.
a timer.
30
Good job,
seconds.
good job.
Okay.
Natawa ko.
Okay, next question. Ibabato lang namin to kung kahit kanino ha. Eto.
Oo.
Sam.
Fire.
If you had to choose crown or love?
If I were to choose crown or love, I would choose the crown. Because through the crown, I will be able to love many people. So I will use my crown to be able to spread my love to the entire world. On that note, thank you for that wonderful question. I thank you. Bow.
Ay, praktisado!
Parang,
parang-
questions.
Parang may leak ka? May leak ka
Parang
ba?
may leak.
Meron.
Parang nakuha niya yung question in advance eh, no?
Thanks sa pagpadala ng question kagabi. Thank you.
Yo!
Wow.
Mar, throw out.
Good job.
I protest.
All right. Next question. Candidate Gino, give me more. Do you have a hidden talent?
Do I have a hidden talent? I believe that everybody has a hidden talent. If other people consider your talent as an actual talent is the real question here. I mean, I'm pretty good with computers. That should be something that you can actually consider as a talent. But to some, it wouldn't suffice. And I guess that's where it becomes tricky, because for somebody who doesn't know anything about computers, then my talent becomes special. But for somebody who's obviously an expert at it, it doesn't really amount to much. But yes, I do have a hidden talent. Many hidden talents. Thank you.
Ay, sakto
I
ha.
like that
Perfect.
answer. And that's actually a very unique answer.
Nice. No,
Thanks.
not pageant patty at all.
Good job, good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Slick, what makes you blush?
Thank you for that question. What makes me blush is when my wife and when my kid actually say that they love me, and it's something that it's one of those things that I never thought I could hear ever. But once it happened, it's one of those things that every time it gets me going and gets me blushing is because I love them so much.
Very good.
Magaling.
Very good.
Ganda.
Sen-
Perfect.
Sensi G answer eh. Sensi G. Like lahat na babae ngayon, oh, fun, sneaky.
He has my vote.
Yes, my phone.
Fan favorite.
Galing.
Nakagawa
galing.
tayong talo dun sa intro.
Nabaliwala na yung talo mo kanina.
Exactly.
Okay, next question. Kay Tony naman. Front or back of the tux?
Okay, okay.
The tongue?
Tux.
Back of the tux.
Why?
Only because I'm a person who really likes the backside of a person. I love to give hugs from the back, not from the front. And I believe that if you can actually give hugs from the back properly.
Okay, tama na. Tapos na. Ng timer.
Hug you from the back. Hug you from the back.
Okay, the reason why we asked, because a popular question also in pageants is the front or the back of the gown. So we tweaked it a bit para sa inyo. So front or the back of the tux. But thank you for your answer, Tony.
You're welcome.
All right.
Na
For the
backside
next
hug tuloy tayo lahat.
I choose, parang Pokemon lang. I choose Samway-G.
Fire.
Okay. Would you rather be beautiful or smart?
Ooh.
Thank you for that wonderful question. I believe I would rather be smart rather than be beautiful. Because beauty is superficial. And after a few years, beauty will fade. But your brain, if trained well, can only get better and sharper as the years go by. I will use my brain to promote beauty. And on that note, thank you for that question. Have a nice day.
Yung delivery eh.
Feeling ko talaga yung pagka-deliver mo parang very educational.
Parang a children's
Parang-
book eh. Alam mo yun?
Parang kausap niya eh.
But I just felt like that.
With action steps.
Kasi kailangan judges,
The beauty.
judges, I got this shit. You guys have a seat. Let me explain before you complain.
Ay, nako.
Good job,
Well,
good job.
so far,
Next, Gino. If you were
Sorry, was
to
it
be
me?
a flower, what flower would you be?
Was it me?
Yeah,
Gino,
Gino.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I were to be a flower, what flower would I be? Do I have an option to not become a flower? I mean, if I could be,
No.
I would rather be a tree. But okay, sure, fine, flower. I really don't mind. I don't have a preference when it comes to flowers, just because like for me they're pretty much all the same, unless there's a flower out there that I don't know of that like turns into a fruit. I'm pretty sure there is. So if I were, I'd rather be that, because that way I'm not just all about beauty. I'm also about feeding people, because at least that way you sustain people and you're not just something beautiful to look at. Thank you.
Okay.
Nourishment.
Alam mo, yung mga nanonood na mga magpa-pageant pa lang, you can actually take away some angles from the conversation. That unexpected.
Did not expect it. Not
Guys, you
Here
don't
you
think
are.
naman that we're all you don't think we're all just beauty, right? I mean, we're brains also.
Okay, I have a question for Slick. Okay. Slick, in the next day, a woman will land from the moon. If she landed in your hometown, what would you do to entertain her?
Yeah, right.
All right.
I'd introduce her to Tony.
Exactly. If I, when she comes down, and then I would introduce her to Tony. The reason why is because Tony is the ambassador of good vibes, and Tony will make sure that she has a good time, and then she can tell all her alien friends to come on over at Tony's place, and then we're just like, okay, at least the ambassador of goodwill, and they can shake on it.
Earth is the best planet.
Exactly.
She can get a back hug pa.
Oh, exactly.
They all get back hugs.
You want a back hug? You want a back hug?
You and your
Back
alien
hug.
friends, you all get back hugs.
Back hug. I'll give a mean back hug. I'm telling you that. Don't downplay the back hug. The back hug is
Okay, so
Ayun.
okay, we're gonna go one last round just because medyo tight yung judging at this point, no?
Okay.
We need that final question. Tony,
Yeah.
if there were no rules in your life for one day and you could be outrageous, what would you do?
Thank you for that question. There are no rules already in my life. I don't follow rules. I'm living what I want, and I have been ever since I moved here. So I think rules were made to be broken. Thank you.
We got a bad boy up in here.
Unconventional but honest.
Okay. May time pa tayo for a few more?
Yeah. One more round.
Okay. I have here a question for Gino. Gino, are you a modern man or a traditional man?
I think I'm a blend of both. There are a lot of things about me that are still very traditional. There are also a lot of things about me that are very modern, in the same way that when I got married, one of the things that I asked my wife was for her to take my last name. And I know that's not a very modern thing to do, but that was one of the things that I asked her for. And, thankfully I found a wife who agreed to that. And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about compromise. You hang out with people who have the same values or the same principles as you. And yeah, so I guess I'm a little bit of both, traditional and modern in that way.
Oh, pasok sa 30 seconds.
Wow.
Yes.
Sakto. All right. For the next question, Frick, this is for you. What makes men politicians different from women politicians?
Thank you for that question. What makes men politicians from women politicians is, you know what? There have been many men that have been politicians over the years. I think that's the one thing that needs to change, is because there has to be more women politicians, is because we know that women are the smarter are the smarter sex, and they can rule the world and they can get everything straight. And sometimes guys are irrational when women can actually make the right decisions. So that's what makes men politicians different. We're irrational.
Wow.
Oh,
Magaling, magaling.
I've never heard it put that way. I love it. Okay.
I like that. Okay, last question for Sam. Teka lang, pumipili ako ng... Meron kasi kaming kodigo. Kodigo.
Meron.
What would you
Number
tell a
3,
man
Carla.
who has no intelligence and looks?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
What
Can
would
you
you tell
repeat
a
the
man?
question?
Sure. What would you tell a man who has no intelligence and looks?
Thank you for that wonderful question. A man who has no intelligence or looks, at the end of the day, is still a man and a human being. He is still capable of learning, being a very hardworking person, and of course, being a skillful man. So, I would tell him to study hard so that he'll be able to learn some skills, get his talents to the top of its level. So, whether he has no looks, he could still be a good person and help others to be even better. Thank you.
Okay, Sam, the real answer.
The real answer.
The real answer.
Ay, naku, pare. Wala na ako solusyon sa'yo, pare. Pray na lang tayo.
yung hindi pang pageant na sagot pa.
Kasi hindi pang pageant. Ano ulit yung tanong?
What would you tell
A man with no intelligence and looks.
and no looks?
And no look.
Pare, pray tayo. Sabay, tara.
Pray over kita.
Pare, pray. Push lang natin yan.
I believe in you.
Man, we got you.
Yeah, we got you, bro.
Exactly.
We got you, bro. Come with us.
Oh.
So
Okay.
after 3 rounds, magde-deliberate na tayo. So I guess we can just vote kung sino yung ano
Ay,
natin.
let's
Yes,
like the audience vote kaya. Sino kayang dapat
Ay,
audience ang
audience
mamili
vote.
ng winner eh.
Okay.
Sige, game.
Alam mo,
Guys,
yung mga viewers natin, madami daw sila talagang natutunan. Such intelligent men. I love it.
wow.
More. At
I've-
dapat
I've-
daw
I've-
kayo yung magtuturo ng mga future beauty
Future
queens.
beauty.
I've never
Ah,
heard
kami
that
mag-ano.
said to me in my life.
Oh.
Actually,
Ayan o.
you know what?
Ayan o, proof.
Oddly enough, is Tony actually, he brought that up one time. He said it on air. I think it was after maybe Miss Universe, that you know what, he'd really want to talk to the girls is because
I'm sure you would.
his not, but because of the train of thought is that
Okay, yeah.
obviously, you know, when it comes question and answer, that's where they stumble.
Right.
And Tony, he actually explained why he'd want to talk to them is because sometimes, you know, you just have to get your train of thought going, and once it's going, I mean,
It'll keep going.
yeah, I mean, that's also the beauty of radio is that it teaches us, you know, it
Yeah.
teaches
To
that.
loosen up.
Yeah, to loosen up and just
Yeah.
really think on the fly.
Yeah, because I think a lot of what happens also is and I mean even for trained broadcasters it happens na once you make a mistake you kind of stumble down. Parang alam mo yung pag nadapa ka ng konti, madadapa ka ng tuluyan. But what
Yeah.
people kind of forget is you can actually make the most out of that. You can play around with it. You can add humor to it. So I think I got sidetracked by a slick Rick, small but terrible. What? There's no part of slick that is small, by the way.
There's something that's terrible.
Got you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so sino bang winner natin, guys? I think marami kayong fans eh, at lahat na bang kayo gusto nila.
Dami.
Going through the comments, lahat may may vote.
Lahat may mga kaibigang inimbita.
Sino yung
Wala,
ano?
wait. The fans club.
Niyaya ko yung barangay ko dito eh. Para mga... Wala ba to text voting? Ganun.
Okay, tayo na lang mamili.
Next voting, tayo kay DJ
Oo, tayo na lang.
Lugi tayo kay
Tayo
Tones.
na lang.
Lugi tayo kay Tones.
I'm deliberating.
So what are you
What are
girls
winners
think?
daw? You
This
know
is the
what?
part where we're like holding
Okay.
hands.
I'll make some
Yeah.
comments. Is that okay?
Na
I'll
medyo
make
na.
some comments.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. What I liked about Slick Rick in terms of your answers, especially the first answer, is the genuine emotion that you brought in, which is what I like when girls answer. So I choose you. You are my winner.
I told you, bro.
Pokemon. I choose
Okay.
That whole family bit,
I
sensitive
choose
guy.
Oo nga, sabi ko, din
Good
nila
touch.
sa asawa eh.
Oo, dinaan sa asawa at anak.
Nangyari to, di ba? Alam ni Tony yun, nangyayari na naman tayo.
Yes, okay lang yan.
Ako naman gusto ko yung mga answers ni Gino kasi kakaiba siya and I didn't expect him to answer na medyo may laman yung mga sagot niya and sumakto dun sa 30 seconds. Actually, halos lahat sakto sa 30 talaga. So, and like you mentioned, Carla, sa mga nanonood ngayon sa pageant, pwede nilang kopyahin yung mga sagot ni Gino. Maganda yung mga sagot niya. So, my vote is Gino.
Thank you.
Actually, I would agree with Pia kasi si Gino, parang ginawa niya, sobrang talino ng sagot, pati yung judge di naintindihan. Diba parang, ano sinasabi nito? Ang talino. May mga ganyan, diba parang, hindi mo naintindihan, pero okay okay ka pare.
She said try to derail your win, bro.
I know, right? I know, bro. I see what you're trying to do.
He's doing the politics behind the scenes.
Sobrang lalim na ang mga sinabi mo na wala nakaintindi. Kaya parang, ganda nun.
Teka lang, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, si Gina rin yung vote ko. Pero parang
Wala tayong hope dun.
kasi hindi ko lang ba naintindihan.
See? Tinagilid ako ni Sam.
Kaya na nagsabi.
Politics!
Guys, mga pageant, walang ganito. Hindi pwedeng mag-usap-usap yung mga candidate na yung mga judges, okay? Ine-effect niya yung judging namin eh.
Ito si Sam. Disqualify.
Explain mo yung sagot ni Gino. Explain mo.
Alin? Yung flower or yung...
Yung second, yung hindi natin maintindihan. No? Explain mo. O, kita mo, wala naka-explain sa atin.
Hindi. Kasi nga, iba yung perspective niya. Hindi siya pumili ng hindi siya pumili ng specific flower. Pero napaikot pa rin niya. In a way na may sense.
I think Sam's next complaint is, hey, did you know Gino has bad breath?
What the next step niya na yun eh, no?
Bad breath.
Paano ko masisira?
Okay, pero
Yan na.
magagaling kayong lahat.
Yeah.
Pero ako,
Magagaling
I
nila.
would choose Tony. I would choose Tony in a heartbeat. Like,
No.
it's an easy choice. I mean, in terms
Sa
of...
evening gown pa lang, panalo na yun.
Oo. Tingnan mo naman si forma niya, no?
Watch for his swimwear.
Oh yeah, the gold trunks. We're talking about the gold trunks here. Oh man.
That's why guys don't have a pageant, or I mean, because I wouldn't be in it. I probably I have to do workshops.
Okay.
Okay.
But to be fair, guys, maganda yung mga sagot nyo. Na-surprise ako, given na hindi nyo alam yung mga questions. I gave you guys a time limit of 30 seconds. And medyo tricky yung mga questions kasi binago namin sila ng konti to fit guys. But you answered them well. So congratulations, you're all winners to me.
Thank you.
Congrats! And thank you for
Do we get a
joining
sash?
our show
Do we
tonight.
get a sash or anything? No.
Papadala na lang namin sa mga bahay nyo.
Yon, thank you.
Yeah,
Korean na lang ha.
Order Queentuhan.
Winner of Queentuhan, July 2020.
21.
May specific date pa, no?
Wait, guys, kayo yung
Kasi sa 22,
pioneer.
iba na yung nanalo eh.
Uso kasi ngayon yung virtual pageant. So kayo yung first winners. O, diba?
Thank you.
Oo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are we gonna
Thank
do like
you.
swimwear? Swimwear? You don't want
Swimwear?
swim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony's ready.
Nag-ready yan. Naka-formal wear siya ngayon eh.
Guys.
Let's ask, do we have time for our...
Pagka tumagal pa tong quarantine hanggang December, can you come back for a swimwear edition of Queentuhan?
Oo naman. Oh, yeah, sure.
We can do it now.
Ayan, si Tony ready na yan eh.
Oo.
Yan na.
Ito ba?
Uy,
Ito ba? Ito ba?
What's happening? I can't hear anything.
Bianca, it's okay. Don't hear anything. It's only to say something.
Tapos just imagine if Tony's taking off his shirt, tapos someone walks behind Bianca like, ano yan?
What are you watching?
What kind of show is that?
What kind of show is this? What's the site?
Did you have to pay? Credit card yan? Ano yan?
Send me the link. Mukhang premium yan eh.
Oo. Ano to? Gcash? Union Bank? No.
Oh, wala na.
Okay. So we're gonna schedule that swimwear edition and our long gown, and then long gown, formal wear. Ano ba?
Formal wear.
Long back.
Thank you for joining us for the Q&A. And Queentuhan tonight. Any final messages to the viewers?
I think I want to just commend all the beauty queens out there and the future beauty queens who whether they make it or not. I really believe that it takes so much of your time and dedication and spirit to actually just try out and compete. And I commend all of you women because you guys are beautiful, but even more intelligent. And I think we need more of you speaking out and guesting on our show. We'd love to have you. You know what I mean? That people know that it's not just about beauty, but it's also about sensibility, intelligence, and respect, because you guys carry all of that.
I feel like we're still in the Q&A part.
Oo nga eh.
Guys, response.
I thought Tony was gonna turn into like a transformer.
Transformer.
Naghang ba si Sam?
It's like,
Naghang ba si Sam? Or ayaw lang niya?
Boy ako, nakikinig ako sa sabi ni Tones, we need more women like you.
It's true.
and to all the future ones, you know what you have to know is that this is your world. You can't let a man stop you. And yeah, like I said, we've always said it on the show. women are smarter than men, and keep it up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
they're smarter. They're
Better,
more patient. They really are better than we are. I yeah yeah. I have to agree
we
with that.
want to congratulate. We want to congratulate the three of you for coming up with this podcast. We hope we didn't cause too much trouble to you guys. Nagulat kami na, you invited the four of us here when usually we ask the questions. Now we're the ones in the on the other side of the fence, and we super enjoyed hanging out with you guys. More power to Queentuhan. We hope to be back soon. Exciting tong ginagawa nyo. I mean, I'm sure a lot of your fans and a lot of girls should listen to this and tune into this and watch the videos of the podcast, because there's something that we could all learn from you guys and from your guests.
Yeah. And here's the hoping that one of these days we can get you guys on the show naman para, we can start asking you questions also or something to that effect. But I'm pretty sure you guys are used to that already. Maybe I don't know, maybe we'll ask you male-centric questions naman on that note. But yeah, thank you so much for having us. If to everybody who's watching and listening, you guys can catch us on Magic 89.9. We kind of altered our schedule a little bit, so we're on 4 to 7 p.m. We're on radio and also on Facebook. That's Magic 89.9. And we recently sort of relaunched our YouTube channel, which is BNO TV. You can catch out all three. Dami na naming episodes eh. All three of our new episodes that are there right now. 3 ba or 4? I think maybe 4. 4 pala. But yeah, it's there. We upload fairly regularly. So do check it out. Again, it's BNO TV.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
boys. And
Thanks
of
to
course,
the
you can also
tripod
catch
support.
our Queentuhan episodes on Spotify. So if you want to catch up on season 1, this is our finale. So we're wrapping up season 1 of Queentuhan. So
Oh,
thank you for being
Congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Congrats, guys.
Hey.
And to our
Good
viewers,
job.
we're not taking a break. Season 2 next Tuesday na. So,
Bilis. Bilis naman.
Season end, alam mo, tagal.
Kung maka-finale ng season 1, season 2
Kaya
na
nga
next
eh.
week.
Siyempre, pang-hype.
Oo.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.